Strategy number 1, family equity or guarantor. Now, how a family equity works or a guarantor structure works is your family could actually back you with your first real estate purchase. And a lot of the time, people don't understand, but families go out there and buy their first home for security, or they're taught to invest into real estate so you have a home or you own a home. And over time, after a 10-year period, 15-year period, or even a 5-year period, from what you first bought that property at to where it's actually now appreciated to is the equity difference. Now, a lot of the time, banks can allow you to utilize equity to be able to fund another deal, to be able to use a cash out, refinance, or be able to guarantor another loan. So here is how it works. Say you had mum and dad's property for $500,000 10 years ago. Now today, if that grew at a very steady rate, it could be worth $1 million, appreciating by $100,000 per year. And that is not an unusual circumstance. Now with $500,000 worth of equity, usually how the calculations work, so there is a certain loan to value ratio that you can be able to borrow from that equity amount to be able to fund the next real estate asset. This is not an unusual circumstance. Properties can appreciate by $100,000 per year, but for example's sake, say you now have $500,000 in equity from what you purchased it to what it's actually worth now. Usually there's going to be a loan amount on this, but let's just also say for easy math that the loan amount's $500,000 as well. The difference between the loan amount and the current value, you can then utilize something called a loan to value ratio. And usually when you're purchasing residential assets, it's 80%. So in theory, you could borrow 80% of that loan to value ratio, which is the $500,000. And that being said is now $400,000 you could use as equity onto a new real estate deal. The beauty about this is that could be your down payment, that could also contribute to stamp duty costs or any on costs as well, and even fees such as your conveyancers or lawyers at the time of transaction. Now, it's very important to work with an investor group that has the ability to have access to brokers and conveyancers that understand the process to be able to make this happen.